Hey, g'day there. Taki here from Million Dollar Coach here in Thailand with the amazing Kerry Marie Moore.
Hey, everybody.
Let me give you a quick heads up. In this video, this live, I want to answer a question I just got from Jada. And Jada said, I'm paraphrasing, but something like, how do you enroll people into an existing program, or an existing container, I think was the word that she used, in a way that lets you onboard people evergreen, without anyone getting lost, either without the new people diluting the group, or without, hey brother, I don't know about sharp looking L Scruff, without them diluting the group because they're noobs, and without them getting lost because they're behind everybody else. So I'm going to answer that today. Just before I do, a quick little jungle panorama for you. Down there, there's some, what are they? Buffalo type things over there. Be buffalo type things. And just on that path over there, they've just gone to the right, gone over there. So you can't see them yet, but they'll probably come back sometime soon. Are the elefantes. Anyway, we're in Thailand. It's gorgeous here. Just the other day, we rode elephants down into the river, and Kerry Marie's elephant had just escaped juvie, we think, and went rogue and decided to try to crash into a tree, rub her against a tree, toss her into the water. And then when we got to, we drowned, there's Araha, and then reached into the water with its trunk, straight over the back, and hosed her down. It was one of the highlights of my married life, I got to say. So let's get back to topic. So Jada's asked me, how do you onboard people into an existing coaching group without them getting lost? It's actually easier to do than you think when you have the framework for doing it right. So here's the challenge. Jada asked a great question. She said, how do you enroll people into an existing group? In other words, how do you bring new clients into a group that's been going for a little while without two big problems happening? Number one, without bringing new people into a group that's set up and then having the kind of the newbies dilute the quality of the group. And number two, without the new people getting, feeling lost and behind because they're joining partway through. So here's why this matters, because if you can't figure this out, you're left with the launch model. And the launch model is, you're like the big product launches you see. They get a lot of press. Frankly, I think they're, for most coaches, completely overrated, right? Because you work your butt off. You've got 1 week where your shopping cart is open, and then it's got to be shut for either the rest of the year, if you're stupid, or for 3 or 4 months until the very next time. G'day, Dave. How you going, guys? So here's the thing. If you had a retail shop and you sold, I don't know, clothes, right? Or furniture, and you were shut for 364 days a year, right? And you open for 1 day, it's completely stupid. You would never do that in a million years. It's ridiculous. So frankly, if you have a business that's run on just a launch model that you're open, once a year or a couple of times a year, that's not a business, that's a promotion. And you need to be really clear of the difference, because you've got a lot of eggs in one little 1 week basket. And frankly, if you get that launch wrong, you're hosed, you're done, you're stuffed. Hey gang. So instead of the launch model, what all of our clients do, with very few exceptions, is we set up an evergreen model, a model where enrollment is open every single day. People can join you all year long, just like they can walk into your retail store all year long and buy. But there is always a reason to do it now, a reason to take action now. So that's the marketing side of things. But let's just talk about the delivery in answer to Jada's question about how do you do it without diluting the group or without getting people kind of left out. Well, it's actually pretty simple when you understand about modular content and an on-ramp. I'm just going to come here into the hotel room, see if I can find my my iPad, and that might, there it is. I think that's mine. Or is that Kerry Marie's? That's Kerry Marie's. Give me 1 sec. If I can find it, we'll draw it. If not, I'll just talk it. Kira Marie's graciously said I can use hers, which is super awesome. Do you have paper 53 on yours? Okay, cool. I'm going to use my wife's iPad. Let's do that. Guys, just hang on 1 second. I actually... It would be better if I can use mine because my pencil's already synced to it. You know what? Bugger it. My wife's been generous. Should take her up on the generosity. I've got my wife's iPad here. Oh, actually, I think I just remember where it is. Ah. All right, so let's do this. Now somebody's knocking on the door. Here we go. So Apple Pencil, ready? Let's draw this out. I think it'll make a ton of sense when you see it. So there's two things we need to do. Jada, two things. Number one, modular curriculum. She's super generous. Modular curriculum. And number two is the on-ramp or how you onboard new members. Okay, so let's grab a page right here. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera around. How do I get this so you can actually see it? Yeah, they can't, but now they can. Here we go, perfect. This is exactly what we want. Blank page there. Let's do this. So firstly, let's think about modular curriculum. If you're selling a 12-month program, if you're selling a 12-month program, most people will sell like an online course, and it's linear, right? So you start here, at week 1, client has a specific problem, and your program is designed to get them a specific promise, right? So we've got problem to promise, and then all we do is over the next few weeks, we walk them through your process for getting them there. And the content is linear. Yeah? Sara, tudo bem, menina? Beijos. So the process is linear. And so that's cool for a short-term course. But if you're doing something over 12 months, here's the problem. If they have to have pre-done, week 2 or kind of month 2 for month 3 to make sense, then pretty much you've either got to enroll everybody at the start of your year-long program, and then your door is shut for the next 11 months, which is mental. Or you've got to continuously, like every month or every couple of months, start a new group. I think that feels a lot like hard work. Now you're managing not just multiple people, but multiple groups. So instead of that, what I like to do with our clients is build what we call modular curriculum. So this is the first part of the answer. So let me show you how this works. What we want, instead of having something that goes in a straight line, we want to have something where every module, every unit of your content is standalone. Okay, so if you look at, I'll just take Black Belt as an example. There are 4 core pillars that a Black Belt $1 million coach business is built on, right? The way we attract, the way we convert, the way we deliver our leverage coaching, and then the systems we put in place to scale. So if you think about over a 12-month period, they're the 4 major building blocks that we need to do. But do they have to be done in a particular order? No, everybody's order is different because every coach starts at a different place and finishes at a different place. So what we do then is we build out your modular curriculum. And so under Attract, what are our strategies? Well, firstly, we need to fill our funnel. Secondly, we need to we need to build authority. Then we install automation. So these are the 3 big projects that $1 million coaches work on, right? Marketing-wise. On the convert side of things, we learn how to audition clients and sell one-on-one. We learn how to sell with webinars. We rock events. When it comes to delivery, the first thing we do is we decide your business model, something that can scale. We unpack your IP, intellectual property, your content. Then we show you how to leverage the coaching part. Here we plan a year in advance. We work on productivity, and then we harness the talent of a team. So here's 9 here's 12 projects. Here's the most important thing. When I'm teaching, let's say it's it's April, right? Next month is May, and May is all about filling funnel. So that month I'm teaching this, but I don't have to, nobody has to pre-know this or that or this to be able to get value from that. So the content is built modular. What I teach this month is standalone and useful, and there's no learning pre-requirement for that module to be helpful. So here's how it works. Is number one, we have an on-ramp process, which I'll tell you about in a second. And number two, each piece of content is built like a modular block, so you don't have to have any pre-knowledge to get value out of this. Make sense? So that's how somebody can join in partway through and have it be useful, right? Number two, the second big piece is what we call the on-ramp. And so if you think about the second part of the question, which was how do you make sure that A, they don't dilute the group, but also they don't feel lost? If you think about what are the things that you'd like people to know before they got started. So in our world, it goes like this. We have an on-ramp, which is designed just like an on-ramp on a highway. It's designed to get people up to speed quickly. And in the on-ramp, there are four things we do, four things that I want people to have at least some basic work done before they land in a game plan. And the game plan is a one-on-one call done with an expert, one of our team, that helps people get their coaching business designed well. By the way, does this make sense? Are you with me so far? This is critically important. And so if you want help with A, designing out your modular curriculum, B, designing out an on-ramp, or C, just getting enough leads to fill this thing, you ought to private message me. Send me a PM on Facebook and say, hey, I'd like some help with scaling. Let me help you out, okay? We'll have a quick conversation. If I can help, I'll let you know straight. If not, I'll point you in the right direction. Okay, so this is our on-ramp. Phone's ringing. Thierry Marie is graciously hopping up to get it. Four things that I want every client to have. They don't have to have perfect before we start, but there's some prep work just to get them up to speed with everybody else. So actually, let me do this. Firstly, there's a welcome box we send out to every client, and in there there is some special stuff. I can't tell you what's in there because it's a little bit secret. Okay, but the main idea. G'day, Zachariah. Miss you. The main idea is that there's some goodies in there that help clients get up to speed quickly, and then we've got four key pieces we want them to have in place so that when we start our work together, they can really kick off and join the rest of the group, be up on a level playing field. So number one is avatar, target market. We need to know who's the one person you're going to work with, what's the one core problem you're here to solve, and what's the promise we're going to make them. So in our case, people watch each one of these four things is like a 10-minute video with a worksheet. Takes them about 20 minutes to do total, 10 minutes to watch, 10 minutes to do, and that gets people ready for the game plan. Number two, now once we know who we're working with, next we need to know what are we gonna sell, and that's signature system. This is the program we're going to sell, what the offer is, what the content looks like, either the linear online course or the 12-month modules, right? The third thing, so we know who we're working with, what we're selling. Next, we need the money map, which is our funnel, right? Money map. Now, these three things are frankly the basics that every coach needs. So if you think about that, if you walk into a program and you've got who you're working with sorted, what we're going to sell, and how we're going to fill the funnel, decide one thing that could get in the way. Like you think about you. Thanks, John. What's the only thing that could get in somebody's way? Think about you and your business. What's the one thing that would stop you from growing a black belt business that is the same for everybody? And it's not leads or marketing, it's personal. Right? It's that you're already busy and you don't have enough time. And so the fourth part about our on-ramp is about your time. We call it the extra workday advantage. And literally, in the extra workday advantage, we help people find an extra day a week of time to work on your $1 million coach black belt business, right? And people either take it as one full kind of 10-hour day, like a whole day carved out, Money Monday or whatever you call it, or 2 half days, or 5 2-hour blocks. Now, what happens is we've got avatar, signature system, money map, and an extra time blocked out, and now we're ready for a one-on-one call with a coach to help get really clear about what are our 12-month outcomes and what are the 3 projects we need to get done in the first 90 days. When we do that, now people are ready to drop into the modular content like a boss. Does that make sense? So, Jada, hopefully that helps. How do you drop people into a program with ongoing enrollment without them falling behind or diluting the group? Strong on-ramp and modular content. Obviously, there's frameworks behind each one of these pieces, but that just gives you a quick, high-level overview of how to do it. If you want some help with this, guys, if you're, just think like you're either in startup mode to a pre-revenue or just getting started, or you're striving, working really hard in your coaching business, or you're successful and looking to scale. If you want some help with this stuff, send me a private message. Just say, hey, Taki, I'd love to talk to you about growing. And let me, let's just have a quick chat on Facebook Messenger, see if I can help. If I can, I'll let you know straight. If I can't, I'll try to point you in the direction of somebody who can. Cool? Taki Moore from $1 Million Coach out. It's breakfast time. The elephants are walking up to breakfast right now.